Man, I didn't even feel like making this video here today, but I've made a preview video here for the Eagles every single week. Why stop now? I'm under the weather. It's fucking Christmas Eve. By the way, Merry Christmas to you all. And double Merry Christmas to that who are offended by that. I don't got an optimistic outlook for this game, and that's not saying like, oh, well, you don't care, you don't want them to win anyway, you just want everyone to be fired and blah blah blah. I honestly, on paper, and I've been saying this since about week 5 or 6, that the Redskins have been consistently playing the best football in the NFC East. Not that that's saying much, but consistently they've been playing decent enough football that frankly they deserve to win the division. I would say the Giants deserve to win the division, but the Giants somehow magically find a way to shoot themselves in the foot in the final minute of every goddamn game this season. I don't know how the Eagles beat them by double digits, but anyways. And hell, if it ain't going to be the Redskins that win this division, I'm all for the Giants winning the division because they would then be in first place, and then you'd have to play the first place teams from the other divisions in your conference, spare the one conference that you play entirely. So that means the Giants, if they won the NFC East, would have to play the Carolina Panthers next year, and frankly, that's going to be some entertaining fucking football, and I want to see that happen again. Anyways, or we can have the Eagles win out here. Like I said last week or a couple days ago, the Eagles have just as good a chance of winning these last 2 games and going to the playoffs as they do losing both games and not going into the playoffs. Either way, it's hard to get excited because this team has not done anything to warrant getting excited over, to warrant saying like, oh, they should beat a team that they should beat at home. Since 2003, and I love that they put this record up during the Cardinals game last week, the Eagles-Cardinals game. Since 2003, there is only one football team in all of the NFL that has had more wins on the road than they have at home, and that team is the Philadelphia Eagles. Could it happen to any other city? Yes, Cleveland, but it didn't happen here. Secondary is shot to shit. Injuries out the ass. Deshaun Jackson's going to have a field day. Garcon, there's not enough talent to take out both Garcon and Jackson in this game. I'm thinking that this might be one of those games where Deshaun Jackson, old D Jackson, does this team nasty. Does this team dirty. And hopefully he shakes Chip Kelly's hand after the game. And then smiles and says, see, Shady? Anyway. Sam Bradford. This guy was progressively taking steps up in my book. I know people are going to be like, oh, what? He had over like 360, 380 yards last week, highly inflated by a Jordan Matthews 80-yard touchdown in garbage time. So you remove that play from both Matthews stats and Bradford stats, and it's like, he's like, he didn't play that good. But I digress. Bradford, I was on the fence with him as to whether I just completely fucking hate this guy or actually think he deserves to be a starting quarterback in this league the first half of the season. But I've grown to the point where I'm like, you know what? He's not the solution, but he's not the problem. So he's somewhere in between. That Cardinals game kind of leaned me towards the whole, he's just a steaming pile of shit. If we don't have Bradford here, what are we going to go with? And I'm at the point now where it's like, are we seriously about to have our 4th starting quarterback start another season here? Like, is that what we're going to go into next year? We went from Vic in Chip Kelly's first year to Nick Foles to Sam Bradford to now whoever may be the 4th in as many years starting quarterbacks. I don't know if you guys can remember the post-Aikman era in Dallas, but it sucks shit. And one of the main reasons why is they had that quarterback carousel of quarterbacks going in and out the door at Dallas. And I'm sorry to get off on a tangent, and I mean, my honest prediction, I think the Redskins are going to win. All right, there, we covered that. But this whole quarterback carousel thing, and Philadelphia is turning into that right now. I think you're at a point where you have to sign Bradford next year, which then begs the question of, okay, well, now we got even more cap space taken up with him because he's going to command at least $20 million. If Ryan Tannehill has got $19.5 million, if fucking Bradford should demand more than that, will command more than that. So that's even more cap space taken by him. We'll have DeMarco Murray's cap hit. Even if he gets cut in the offseason, we have to ride with his cap space taken up on this team. Offensive line, I don't know where again, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm sounding like this is like an off-season type video, but that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm sorry. All the Eagles fans out there are going to be, come on, man, we have a chance to win and get into the playoffs, man. You're one of the goddamn reasons why no changes don't happen to a team like this. It's okay to be pessimistic, and it's okay to be optimistic, to be fair. You want to have a chance to go into the playoffs, and I don't know, maybe Russell Wilson tears an ACL in Week 17. That's who we get to face first in the playoffs. And then, I don't know, Aaron Rodgers gets both knees broken, and we face the Packers in the second round. And then Cam Newton trips getting out of the bathtub and has a concussion, and then we got to play the Carolina in the NFC Championship game, and we face Tom Brady, who breaks his dick off in Giselle the night before the Super Bowl, and then we got to play a dickless Brady in the Super Bowl. Like, okay, there's a chance all of that could happen, so, oh, I'm excited! We could still win a Super Bowl over dickless Brady. Or you could say, you know what? It's time for fucking people like Billy Davis to get fired. It's time for changes to be made. It's time for things to be addressed on this team. And no more of this cutting good players. I mean, unless you want to say, like, cutting DeMarco Murray, I can understand. But at least he wasn't proven to be a good talent on this team. No more cutting Deshaun's. No more cutting Shady's. No more cutting Evan Mathis. Just because you think he's not going to show up to training camp. So I'm sorry if I can't dwell on the Redskins game as much as I should. Like I said, I have no beef with the Redskins winning the NFC East. I think they are, frankly, the one team that deserves to win it. In all honesty, the Giants should be at least 3 games ahead of everyone else. But like I said, they shoot themselves in the foot miraculously 80% of the time this season, so fuck them. They deserve to rot under the champs of this division. And again, not that winning the NFC East. At least if the Redskins win out, it's going to look like, okay, all right, we have an above 500 team. The NFC East winner isn't a complete fucking joke. But anyway, I'm sorry, but I'm in like next season, and I'm in repair mode right now. I'm into thinking of like, what are we going to do with Kiko Alonso? Are we going to send him to Tackling 101 at the local community college? Like, what the fuck? I mean, at least we have Jordan Hicks coming back. At least I have that to say, like, okay, the linebacker situation won't be a complete fucking disaster, even if Kiko fails Tackling 101 at the local community college. Anyways, and again, this Saturday fucking football, which I can't stay. I'm not going to be here Saturday night, so I'm not going to be able to live tweet. I may be here for the beginning or whatever. But, you know, people have plans around the holidays, NFL. Stop making this Saturday night football shit. Keep it on Sunday. I'm tired of repeating that point. Anyway, I saw that on the schedule. I just went, motherfucker! Played the fucking Redskins and Eagles last year on Saturday Night Football. Same fucking week 16. Like, is that going to be the trend? Is that going to be every fucking year? Getting off on a tangent. Anyways, I'm still rooting for this team. Like don't think like I'm rooting for just complete and utter failure here. It's just that I will be accepting if this team fails because I'll be like, you know what? At least change will come from this. And all the pom-pom waivers out there are like, come on, man, you just got to get in the playoffs. Crazier things can happen. Yeah, crazier things can happen. Like Billy Davis can still have a job and nothing else can be addressed. Nothing. Nothing will change. Because if you make the playoffs, it's like, you done did good. You did good, Chip. Pat, pat, pat. Anyways. Redskins, not going to hate on you because I honestly think you're the better team and you're going to win this game. I mean, I wish I could say that, let's not kid ourselves. The Redskins are terrible and the Eagles are going to stomp that ass. But I'll tell you what, someone who did do that was Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox guaranteed victory over this Redskins team. Man, you better show up because your buddy Benny Logan ain't there next to you to help you put pressure on Cousins. And last I checked, week 3, or was it week 3? Week 4, first time you play in the Redskins, you didn't get the Cousins not one time. Not one time. You better show up to play, Cox, if you're going to spout out shit like that. Guaranteeing a victory. You better get to the QB, that's all I'm saying, or you better be stacking people behind the line. Anyways, let's see if this team has some pride left. Have a good day, everyone. Merry Christmas. And everyone, say a prayer for our friends in the basement, the Dallas Cowboys. Fuck them. Have a good day, everyone.